Welcome to beautiful 4 days in Santorini. We started off our morning pre-crack of dawn. We got barely any sleep from seeing Louis in Athens the night before, and catching such an early morning flight led for a little bit of delusional times at the airport. The best part about catching such an early flight is getting to see the beautiful sunrise that typically we wouldn't see unless we'd stayed up all night. Having landed early in Santorini, we were also too early to check into our hotel, so we ditched our bags and headed into town in search of something good to eat. And oh my gosh, did we find an amazing gem of a cafe. How magical is this view? Seriously. To try to avoid crashing, we decided to fuel up with some protein and of course a little sweet treat. When I say I was dumbfounded seeing this view, watching this footage back, I still can hardly believe that this is where we got to eat breakfast on our first day in Santorini.
Literally, this looks just like me. But I pose.
After a couple of hours, we delusionally walked ourselves back down the hill to check into our hotel and take a much needed nap. Going to dinner! Our first dinner! We stumbled into town and found an Italian restaurant where we were the only people there, so of course we made a joke that we rented out the place for the beautiful wipes and had dinner there.
We're in Santorini!
To close out the night, we stopped by Santorini's oldest pastry shop to get a slice of their baklava. Our first beach day! The morning air was crisp and we wanted something quick and light to kickstart our day before we dove into the chaos of Santorini's infamous bus station. Buzzing with a whirlwind of tourists and locals, all scrambling to find a ride in the sizzling sun. It definitely took us more than a handful of minutes to figure out how it worked and which bus to get on. The first beach that we got dropped off by was completely booked, so we wandered down the road for about 5 minutes until we found a spot with dozens of empty spaces. After settling under one of the palm umbrellas, lathered up our sunscreen and got ready for the swimming that lied ahead. The water was absolutely crystal clear and warm as a bath. It was glorious. Every couple of minutes, we kept looking at each other in awe that we were actually swimming in Greece. There was a mini mart across the street, and no beach day is complete without snacks, so you know I had to grab a bag of chips on my way back. The day was a blissful blur of swimming and snacking and all the carefree joy that comes from lounging in the sun right by the sea. After swimming in the sun all day, we worked up quite an appetite coming back into town. We settled into a Greek restaurant for gyros. Also, hi, if we haven't met each other before, my name is Gabriella and I'm literally so happy that you're watching this video. My best friend and I are currently on our 3rd world tour after traveling abroad between Europe and the United Kingdom for the past 2 years. There are so many moments that I can't wait to share with you, so I really hope that you stick around. I'd be so grateful if you subscribed and gave a little thumbs up so that you can come along on all of our adventures. Another morning, another breakfast. If you've noticed by now, we love something sweet to start and end the day. These pancakes quickly became a breakfast favorite of ours as they were so fluffy and delicious with the eggs on top. The restaurant had people's signatures covered throughout the walls, leaving little messages from their vacation, so of course, Sammy and I had to write our little SAB, mixture of our names on the wall. We're super excited to explore the Red Beach today as all of the locals have been raving about it. After hopping off the bus from Thira, we embarked on a mini adventure. I made a TikTok all about how to get there. Basically, you'll be dropped off and have about a 10 to 15 minute walk ahead of you to access this beach. And might I say hike, not walk. It's a calm start, which takes you to a beautiful scenic overlook of the cliffs and stunning waters below. Even if you make it this far and don't head down to the beach, it is definitely worth it so you get to see this picturesque setting. From there, though, you will have to keep climbing up a narrow path upwards with little to no hand railing, trekking about 10 to 15 minutes to reach this little slice of paradise. It was a scorching hot day, and we quickly realized that it was cash only to pay for a set of chairs and an umbrella. We lucked out by finding a little shop at the end of the beach where we could pay by card to rent our chairs and umbrellas for the day. If you love frolicking in the sea like I do, you already know that swimming without goggles isn't it. So I copped up this cute pink pair in town right before our adventures. As the sun dipped lower into the sky, our hunger rose higher and higher. Packed up and headed to Thira and made our way straight to Mexican food for dinner. We're from Arizona, so what can I say? When the craving hits, it hits. We're venturing into Oia today to soak in more of Santorini's charm. We couldn't resist one last breakfast at Iriana Cafe as the views were just too beautiful to pass up. Plus, it was basically our neighbor from the hotel. The bus ride into Oia was not for the weak. We were basically off the edge of a cliff, looking over the edge, gripping each other's hands for the whole 25-minute ride. Oia was buzzing and boiling, so we ducked into shops here and there to get a blast of the much-needed air conditioning. We walked and walked to find a less crowded area where we could just marvel at the classic Santorini views of the stunning deep blue water next to the white, beautiful villas. After weaving through mazes of people for the afternoon, we decided to skip the sunset crowd and chill back in Thira instead. Caught a gorgeous sunset there, and with a cool drink in hand, maybe one of them being orange juice, we toasted to a beautiful trip in Greece. We couldn't leave Santorini without having a little bit more Greek food, so we gobbled up a street gyro and inevitably headed off in search of dessert. We found a crepe stand, so you know a Nutella crepe was definitely in the cards. There's a blackout in all of Thira, so literally the entire city just lost power, and we just got home, thank goodness. You can't see.
Very dark, look. Oh. Okay.
After turning on and off multiple times, the power eventually stayed on, so of course I had to wander back to say a little thank you to the beautiful town of Santorini. In typical us fashion, we caught a super early morning flight back to Athens en route to our next adventure. With another magnificent sunrise to send us off, we left Santorini with a heart full of love for the beautiful people there and all that the island offered us. Stick around and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!